What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Shannon here, also known as That Tile Chick. And for today's video, I'm gonna show you how I keep my home and my tools protected. What's up everyone? Welcome back. So as you can imagine, our homes house some pretty important things, including ourselves, our children, maybe our pets, and for us, it's our tools which keep our lifestyle running. Currently, we already have the eufy platform for most of our surveillance cameras, but we do have a pretty hefty blind spot on the other side of our garage. So eufy hooked us up with one of their new cameras, the eufy S4. So we're gonna pop this baby in, we're gonna hook her up, and I'm gonna show you how it works. Let's get into it. All right, so let's begin by giving you a tour of what we currently have and what we're going to improve on. So we have a 24-hour surveillance cam right here. It runs continuously, it's hardwired. That's from eufy. We also have the eufy Doorbell Cam, and then we also have the older model. It's the eufy S340 up here on the tree line, and it gets this whole side of the house. But we do have a blind spot over here on the other side of the garage. When our cars are parked here, it does leave a blind spot to the opposite side of the garage, and we kind of want to fix that. So we're going to install a camera right here on the corner of the house so that we can get rid of that blind spot. So this is my current camera setup. This is the S340, and as you can see, it's black. It doesn't come in black. We've painted it, which I am going to be doing in a separate YouTube video. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Just a disclaimer here, this isn't recommended by eufy to do this, but we've done it and it works out great. So do with that information what you will. I just want to let you know that eufy does not recommend this, but it did work out wonderful and I think it looks great. All right, so now that you've seen my current setup, let's get to unboxing the new S4 camera. Here's our old camera. I'm gonna open up the new box of the S4 and I'll kind of walk you through what comes in the box. Okay, so inside the box you have a couple things. You have your solar panel, you have the actual camera. It also comes with mounting hardware for the solar panel, a mounting bracket for the camera itself. You have an extension cord for the solar panel and then a charging cable because this camera happens to come with a battery. And then you also have hanging hardware. So now I'm just gonna go over a couple of the features. Like I mentioned earlier, I showed you, this is the S340. This is our current setup. So right away, you can tell that this is a much more robust system. Additionally, the solar panel is more than twice the size. So you're gonna get a lot more power here. Before getting to the cameras, there's also an additional battery that comes in this camera that you can actually charge separately. So the chance of you having a blackout on one of these cameras is slim to none because you can charge this on its own, and then also it takes about an hour for it to charge up with just the solar panel. So if for by chance you don't have sun for some specific day, you can actually manually charge the battery, which I think is a great feature. So right away, you're gonna see some major differences here between both of these cameras. The S4 has 3 lenses. The top lens is a 4K lens. It tilts. Also, it's a wide angle 130-degree view lens for this top lens here. So the bottom 2 lenses, you get 2K definition with 8x zoom. You get 360-degree pan and a 70-degree tilt. So I checked out the instruction manual. It said to remove the battery and give the camera a full charge before getting it set up. I've already picked my location on the left side of the garage there. So we're gonna hook it up, get it all ready, and then I'm going to set up the app. So let's get started. The first order of business is I'm going to work on getting the solar panel attached to the camera. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to attach the solar panel to the top of the camera for now. That's how our old camera was, so I suspect it's gonna work just fine with this one as well, just for the position of the sun. In the back of the camera, you have a micro SD slot to hold additional footage. If you don't have a HomeBase like we have a 1 terabyte storage, so we can hold probably about 30 days worth of footage on there. I'm gonna screw the solar panel to the top of the mount. Now I'm gonna plug it in. So I'm going to personally mount my camera on the gutter. So I have this mount that I've modified to fit the mounting hardware that comes with the S4. This is made to just go directly to the wall. So depending on where you're placing your camera, you might need to get something similar. Again, like I mentioned, This specific mounting hardware is for my gutters. So you might have something different, but this is how mine looks. I did cut these screws and modify them because we only had long screws and the gutter has to fit in here. So we just trimmed the screws down. It's gonna work perfectly fine. So I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna hook this up to the gutters so that I can just slide this on and tighten it up, and then we can move on to the next step. So I'm just gonna start by opening the eufy app. It takes us to our home screen where our other devices are already set up, and I'm gonna click the button to add a new device. I'm selecting the battery camera option and then clicking the eufy S4 camera option and adding it to my existing HomeBase. Once that loads up, the QR code pops up and I can scan the barcode on the back of the camera to add the device. Next, I'll select Connect to HomeBase and scroll through the tips/setup guide. We have to press and hold the sync button until it beeps, and then it will connect to the camera. I'm going to click Next, and it will show the test signal and preview so we can get back to the setup. So as you can see, it's already tracking. Right now it's going to be tracking my husband. He's behind the camera. He's walking back and forth. So as you can see how smooth it works, there's a little to no delay here. So as soon as it picks something up, it's on it. Let's go put it up. I'm gonna have my husband do it. Put it up on the gutter and we can move on to the next step. So I'm having my husband go up on the ladder because for some reason I can't go up on the top step. It makes me feel like I'm falling backwards. So I'm sending him up there. It's a rescue mission. Here I am on camera. So like I demonstrated earlier, the bracket just slides right in and then you screw it closed. Well, you screw it tight with the two screws that are already, they're pretty much, I'm gonna call it spring loaded. I don't know if that's the correct term, on the side of the camera itself. So it just secures the mounting bracket in place. So I'm just gonna walk around because I would like to see how this looks on the app. It's gonna be recording already, right? So as you can see, the tracking is really good and follows me around the entire yard, while also zooming in and out as I get closer and further away from the camera. Some of the other features you can do is set preset positions where you want the 360 camera to be, so we set our facing the driveway, overlooking our cars. You can also set motion sensor zones where you only want the camera to detect motion and then record it if there's motion detected within the confines of the boundary you set. You can also set the sensitivity level of the motion detection as well as the range of how far away from the sensor it will pick up motion, which is really nice. Another feature is you can select what type of motion is detected specifically, whether it's human recognition, a car, a pet, or any other motion. We set those to be all on to get the notifications when any of those selections detect motion. Here I'm doing some testing of the notifications and how quickly we get notified that it picks up motion or human recognition. And as you can see, it's very fast, within about a second or two. And the camera does a really good job at tracking us down at the bottom of the driveway and up into the garage, even with a vehicle pulling into our neighbor's driveway at the same time. We did test the night vision capabilities as well. Overall, the picture and clarity is really great. You're able to easily make out faces in low light conditions with the S4 with no problem at all. You have the option to use infrared or full color nighttime footage, and as you can see, both work really, really well. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This wraps up my installation of the new eufy S4 camera. This is not really like a review because I'm already a big eufy fan, so if you were to ask my opinion, I would go with eufy 100% of the time. We have eufy all over our house. We rely on them to protect our house, to protect our family, and to keep our tools safe so we can keep working and keep going. What I'm going to be doing later, if you guys are interested, is I'm going to be painting this new camera. As you can see, my current setup, we have them all painted black because I like my cameras to be inconspicuous. If you want to see that, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that. And again, I want to thank you, eufy, for sending this because we are big eufy fans in this house. So if you were to ask me, eufy all the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.